Welcome to Kimbolton in Cambridgeshire for the annual running of the Maxxis TKM Festival, an event that every season features amazing race action. The TKM classes offer as level a playing field as you can ever hope for in karting, and the innovative TKM Interclub Championship that started a few seasons ago has been increasing in popularity. Earlier, I asked the TKM coordinator Graham Butterworth to expand on the reasons behind the Interclub initiative.
Well, a few years ago we recognised the fact that while the Super One National, that the British Championships are obviously very prestigious, they do require drivers to travel a huge distance around the country and spend a lot of time and money, etc., etc. And I could quite clearly see the need for an event that was much more than just a normal let's go and race at a club circuit, this weekend. It gave people a championship to race in, but at a local area to them, so they only had to travel easily, something you could do in a day without a problem, etc., etc. We started that, we trialled that in the Midlands. It was very successful. We moved it to the north. It immediately brought out new competitors in the north. This year we moved it into the south, and the guys doing it, they love it because it's giving them racing at a variety of circuits. It gives them a new championship to race at, and for the first time then this year we've incorporated the festival and the TKM Festival as a round of all of those championships. And we've actually got several people who are racing in more than one championship, and because of the way that we do the points for it, it is possible for us to be able to score them for more than one championship while they're racing here. So it's a unique system of point scoring that I developed. It seemed to be the way to do it, so we can fit in with normal club racing, but we can also then give people a championship. It seems to work for everyone. It's very successful, very popular, and I'm sure it's going to carry on growing.
I like the Interclub because you get to do lots of different circuits that I wouldn't normally do, but the travelling's not horrendous, and neither is the cost like the British Championships.
It's competitive, you got big grids, and it's also around different tracks. It's low cost and you can visit other people's clubs, and if you enjoy the track you can visit it on a later date.
I had a go at Super One last year, bought a house, didn't quite have the budget to do it this year, so I've decided that the Southern Championship lets me go and do some different tracks that I wouldn't normally do. They've got some really good competitive grids, doing really well. I'm second at the minute in that, so pretty pleased with that. I'm leading the Midlands Championship. This is also the TKM Festival's a round of that, so looking to do well this weekend. Had quite a good day yesterday, so looking to keep it up.
You mentioned Super One there. I just want to ask you this question, get your feedback on this. The model, the Interclub model, actually has been very successful. It has been muted by me, frankly, that possibly the Super One model could perhaps replicate that in perhaps having regional qualification round, so a 6-round series, possibly in the South, Midlands and the North, with maybe the top 10 coming together for a one-weekend shootout to win the Super One Championship, rather than the model it's based on at the moment. What's your feeling on that?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of possibilities. I think there is every scope, there's every need there to re-look perhaps at championships and how they operate and so forth. The complication of doing, say, half a dozen in the south or whatever is that if you can't run them in with normal club race meetings, you're creating a lot more races, and that then creates a lot more need for officials and cost and etc., etc. So you need to look at how you're doing it, but I think there is definite scope there for looking at something where you regionalise things more, and then you maybe have a shootout at the end of the year or whatever. I think there are possibilities. We are looking at all sorts of things for the future. Clearly, we've got, 100 people or something doing the club championship, just under 100 people, which is an awful lot more than we've got doing the Super One Championship. So we are doing something right. Other people are copying the idea now. We're doing something right. And I think these days, travel costs a lot of money, and if you're away at a circuit for 4 or 5 days or something like that, that's an awful lot of cost on people, not only in terms of the time you're there, but in terms of hotels, etc., etc., etc. It makes it all very expensive, whereas to go and do a race meeting an hour or two down the road is a lot easier, and you get a lot more racing for your money that way.
So the 18th TKM Festival kickstarts with the TKM Clubman class. Michael Green and Max Goldsmith on the front row from Wilson and McDonald, Hughes and Grant, Turton and Arnold, with Willesee and Joseph Barr rounding out the top 10. Keep an eye on the Super Prix plate, the number 20 in the list. That is Colin Morris, and that's going to be interesting to see him charge through as away we go. Good start from the front of the field then for Michael Green. He's going to get into Stowe corner the first time of asking with a clear advantage. Very nicely done. A little bit of jostling in the pack, but no carnage as we head through. So the man from Suffolk, Michael Green, heads the field through.
Down the Umitsu straight into the bus stop, renamed Derricks. Now it's Green that leads from Goldsmith, Wilson, Hughes, Turton, Grant, Willesee. Then came McDonald, Mentz, and rounding out the top 10 was Arnold.
Green holding that advantage out in front at the moment from Goldsmith. Goldsmith's trying to keep close as we switch to the drone. Look at this, beautiful pictures from the helicam as we head out of Laser Straight and into Kimbolton Corner on to the home straight for the first time. Good battle there as the 56 of Matthew Grant looks to step up a place or two, but Green has got a good advantage from Goldsmith. Third position, that's the 18 of Liam Wilson, starting to put up a challenge.
The SP plate, the Super Prix winner Colin Morris won that championship a couple of weekends ago. Just about make him out. Still well down the field. I thought he'd be towards the front of the field, to be fair.
Sorry, Turton getting a little bit of loading there for the 21 of Jack Hughes. He's desperately trying to defend P4. He started 3 places back in position 7, so now he is hanging on to this 4th position for dear life. We've got great battling through the field as we head back to the Buzzflyer helicam, and just look at the pictures over Kimbolton. This is absolutely sensational, and the racing for 4th position is stepping up again. Turton is trying to keep Jack Hughes at bay, and in 6th position Matthew Grant really starting to attack as well. But look at Goldsmith, he suddenly seems to have found some pace and he's reeling in the lead of Matthew Green once more.
And Liam Wilson in 3rd place there, bit of a gap back to the drivers behind in 4th place. I was talking about Colin Morris earlier on, the Super Prix winner. He won that in a last lap shootout, bit of contact between him and the driver alongside, and he came home in front in the end. But it was an exciting conclusion to that race. But he's got plenty of work to do to try and pick him out the SP plate as he come down the straight. Where is he?
Oh, bit of loading. The 98, David Willesee, got a little bit of a check into the back there at Kestrel, and he will be very lucky that he hasn't lost a couple of places there. Good save. Matthew Grant stepping up the attack for 5th position up the inside. No, you don't, sir. Jack Hughes keeping the kart firmly placed on the inside apex at Stowe. You're not getting by there, bucko.
Out of the Willows onto Umitsu straight one more time. That brings you down to Derricks. That is Derricks, the former bus stop, as it was called, into Damweldon Corner. Up here, classic double apex. You can see the 2 curbs on the inside. The leader Green got a decent gap at that stage. This is a lap further on. Oh, we've got contact coming through the left-hander there.
That's Joseph Barg. Unfortunately, the man from Derby is gone from the contest. That is a shame. As up the inside, Matthew Grant finally gets the move done on the 21 of Jack Hughes. Thank you very much for the memories, mate. Let's tally-ho up to the front.
I'm talking about the front, it's still Green from Goldsmith, and then Liam Wilson. Here comes Matthew Grant on the 56. The 21 in behind is Hughes. Through Derricks one more time, out of Derricks. That is the 49 kart being dragged away. Great picture from the drone camera, I have to say.
6th position at that point, Kieran McDonald a little bit further on into the race, and look at what Matthew Grant has been able to do. He's dropped the rest of the pack, and up to 5th position has come the 50. Kieran McDonald, he is surging through the field nicely, but now he has got pressure of his own. Up into 5th position he's come, but now there's a 3-kart battle for 2nd position. Green has got the advantage, but he hasn't got it all done yet. McDonald right on the bubble here with Jack Hughes hassling in big style into the double apex at Dan Weldon, and down the TKM straight once again.
Down TKM into the left-hander at Kestrel Corner. Grant's going to look up the inside here. Surely he does so into Kimbolton Corner and through to 2nd place.
Finally takes on Goldsmith, and he has definitely got the measure, and he's already going defensive into Stowe. He already thinks, well, that is quite a large gap back to the leader, Michael Green. I may have to settle for 2nd position here, in which case, let's defend like crazy on the inside line. I think he's being a bit defeatist at this stage of the race. I know there's not a huge amount of time left, but look, he's dropped him.
Yeah, he's already pulled that gap, hasn't he? He doesn't have to defend anymore. He can concentrate on getting towards the leader. As you say, Jake, it's a huge lead. I'm not sure he's going to catch him.
Well, Liam Wilson is now steady onto the back of the 66 of Max Goldsmith. He might get third position here. Later on into the race, he's going for it up the inside into Derricks at the left-hander. Perfect position, and he is through into third place now, trying to chase down the battling Matt Grant, but nobody, it looks like, can catch Michael Green today.
Last lap round, coming down this straight, we saw Coburn in 7th and David Turton on the 11 just behind him in 8th place into the last lap now.
Yep, this is the battle for third position. Kieran McDonald gets it a little bit wrong and there's contact. Oh no, 3 of them have gone together. That is Goldsmith, McDonald and Jack Hughes. That is absolutely disastrous. Let's watch again. McDonald, look, he's already lost it. That's the only moment Hughes thinks he can go for it. He's just too eager and 3 of them cannon into each other.
Max Goldsmith gave him a handshake there. The cameraman's on the radio saying there's some good sportsmanship shown by the 66. I'm not sure how, is that a sarcastic handshake saying, well done my friend, you just took us all out? Or was it genuine? I'm not sure.
Well, Michael Green takes the victory regardless. Matt Grant in second place, and that means that in third position, Liam Wilson has an unchallenged run to the flag. Matthew Grant, the fastest man of the day, in second position overall from Coburn, Arnold and Longfield. What drama to start the TKM Festival.
You won all of the heats. You won the pre-final and you won the final. Oh, and you set a couple of lap records along the way as well. So it was a fairly successful weekend then for you?
No, yeah, it was definitely really good weekend. Glad to come away with first place as well. But I was just dreading something was going to go wrong after such a good weekend.
Cracking weekend for Michael Green. Just time to bring you the highlights of the Junior TKM Festival Cup for the drivers that never made the Junior TKM Elite Final. Early doors, it was Megan Lawson from Lancashire into the lead through turn 1. It wouldn't last for long though, as you would see. The 80 kart of Kurt Roberts from Cheshire. He'd be the race leader at this stage. He started P3 through the lead.
So Roberts from Lawson in the early stage of proceedings. Great battle between those two. It was Wellham who was there in third position, the young man from Ipswich, Robert Wellham. There's the confirmation. In fourth position, a second talented female racer in the field, Leanna Page, making it 2 women in the top 4. And Leanna, a very talented racer herself, having watched her battling it out at Hooton Park last year. I know she's got great credentials. Adam Zielinski, the pole sitter at this stage, was down in 5th position, trying to fight his way back through. So not the greatest of starts in the TKM Festival Cup, but there was more to come from the number 95, the man from Bedford. Next lap around, we were about to witness the start of something pretty special in the TKM Junior Festival Cup. Curtis Granger, 8th position going through the chicane there. Started P7, was a long way back from the leading 7 karts, but not for long. He was about to start something pretty spectacular. Watch a couple of laps later, makes the move up into 6th position, the young man from Bristol, and that was just for starters. A long way back to the top 5, but he wasn't done yet. He continued moving on. Sadly, race over for one-time leader Megan Lawson. Mechanical problems dropping her way down the order. But Granger set off into the distance and started picking off karts like they were raisins and got as far as 2nd position before finally accepting that the runner-up spot was all he could muster. A fantastic performance from way down the field, beating all but Kurt Roberts, who got the fastest lap as well. Leanna Page in 3rd position in front of the pole sitter Adam Zielinski, with Matteo Pierce and Elio De Sandro rounding out the top 6. We'll have the Junior Elite Final a little later on, but after the break there'll be action from the Senior TKM Extreme Festival Cup. Don't go away.